Are we live yet? Are we live yet? That's what I want to know, guys, from you. Let me open up the chat and let's wait for some people to join. It shouldn't take long. It shouldn't take long. I'm just getting everything set up and we can begin the stream. Does it look good? Do we have internet with good connection? Good audio? Good audio. That's what I want to know. That's what I want to know. I have to say, Barcelona have been a little bit unlucky not to get the win in this one, but Sevilla did play a very good match as well. That's the first thing that I can tell you guys. Sevilla did play an amazing game. Lopetegui said they were going to push Barcelona to the limit, and they did. They did. Yes, bro, everything good? Everything good? Okay. Some few seconds more, and we'll be able to begin the stream. I just got my notes right now, and as you already probably know, we go in this format. We talk about the pre-match, things that I was surprised about. Then we move onwards to the first half, then the second half, and then we go onwards into actually your comments and your questions. So be sure to start already interacting, and I'll be able to read them later down in the video. Or in the video, in the live stream. Well, it's a very same thing, to be honest. Seems a little low. Good audio. I'm gonna raise the audio just a little bit, and hopefully it's not too loud. Okay. So guys, let's start with the very first thing, right? We see the lineup. We see Barcelona play against Sevilla. And the very first thing, the most surprising thing, is that if you have followed our channel and you followed the video that I did yesterday, we talked about Antoine Griezmann, and we talked about how I was saying that Griezmann shouldn't particularly start this game. And let's be completely honest, he didn't. He didn't start this game, and it was Braithwaite, Luis Suarez, and Lionel Messi starting up front for Barcelona against Sevilla. I was initially surprised. I thought Quique Setien would have continued to keep, Antoine Griezmann in the mix, and that is something that made me happy in a way because it meant that Quique Setien knew exactly what he needed to do. Right, he needed to play Braithwaite, and hopefully, like we all know, his slogan. If Braithwaite had a slogan, a title, it would be the burst of acceleration. And that is something that Braithwaite would have always given to our team. And I was very happy that we saw that he could have bring that against Sevilla initially. The other thing that I saw that was very interesting was that Arthur was not playing. And taking a look also at Sevilla's lineup and seeing Oliver Torres there instead of someone like Ever Banega made me think that Lopetegui is going to go with a very kind of fast midfield, a midfield that would actually like to make quick transitions. And if we're going to do that, if we're going to have them trying to recover the ball as fast as we can, someone like Arthur, which is kind of press resistant, would actually be very good for a side. And I was kind of wondering, where was that? Where was Arthur and why we're playing Rakitic there? Rakitic played a good game, yes, against Leganés. He did also play a good game against Mallorca, but Artur would have been kind of a key to pass the ball faster. And we would have seen later down the road in the actual game starting that Artur was something that we would have been lacking. Apart from that, I gotta be saying that during the first half, we saw very good kind of pressure from Sevilla initially. And that initially gave us kind of the sense of where the game was going to go. We saw a Sevilla team that was already kind of prepared to take Barcelona, like I said at the intro, very far into the game. And that is something which Sevilla did. It was most of the time for the right-hand side of them, and we saw Martin Braithwaite kind of fall back a lot as well, and defending twice in the kind of first, I would say, 3 minutes. Braithwaite had 2 interactions there and actually helped us a lot. Moreover, on the right-hand side, when Barcelona went into attack, Nelson Semedo was the key. And this is something which we needed to exploit a lot more. Semedo was the best player for the very first 30 minutes by a landslide. Semedo was literally the best player on that field because we had the speed, we had the pace of him, and he was simply winning in the both phases of the game. He was winning when he came to attack, and he was winning when he came to defend. Munir had no chance to catch up to Semedo, and likewise, Semedo really exploited Reguilón going forward. And that's where Semedo got constant kind of chances to really occupy that space. His crosses, well, that's a different thing, but Semedo was doing very good there. And he finds Suarez into the middle of the box very early, also into the first half. And unfortunately, Suarez wasn't able to put that into the back of the net. Apart from that, we saw Messi. If I know, Messi put a very weird pass. We saw a counter attack from Barcelona very early as well, and Messi kind of, instead of passing it to Rakitic, which was kind of outside the box, he decided to pass it and score it to Luis Suarez, which I didn't make too much sense of it, because in reality Suarez is, I don't know, was kind of blocked by many defenders, and it made much more sense to pass it back to Rakitic. I don't know. What do you think? I think that pass for Messi was really weird, to be honest. Really, really weird, to be honest. What are you guys saying so far? Let me read some of your comments. We have right here Brody Holloway saying we didn't deserve a draw, really. And I have to say that, yeah, from initial kind of sense that I got from Barcelona, they weren't the best kind of adapting into this game. And one of the things that I really wanted to point out here, and actually makes a very good point onto your point, Brody, is that we saw Oliver Torres not actually playing as a fast midfielder, but playing much more as a kind of man marking onto Sergio Busquets. And that made it very hard for Busquets to really get control of the ball. And likewise, Barcelona didn't get control of the ball after past those 20 minutes. And then after that, when Barcelona had the ball, at least, we had a Fernando, which was absolutely impeccable for Sevilla, winning it back time and time again. That was very surprising from Sevilla, really, because their defensive unit was amazing. Like, really, their defense was really good today. I made it so hard for Barcelona to really push through. It was very, very hard. We had, I think it was Koundé. I don't remember his name. His name is Jules, I think. Jules Koundé, the young center back, the French center back, playing alongside Diego Carlos. He had this opportunity outside the box, and what an opportunity it was. Sometimes, here's something that I want to point out. Most defenders tend to think that, you have to get into the action. And Koundé here, instead, you can see when the corner started, he kind of took steps back. And that gave him the possibility to really accommodate his body to actually kind of find that shot. And that was very good from Koundé there. I gotta say, I was very surprised for his performance today. He was very, very well. After that, then Barcelona, trying to get back into possession, knew that there were more bodies in the midfield for Sevilla, because Sevilla tended to play with Munir and Ocampos very kind of pushed back into their own half. So that's why we shifted from a 4-3-3, having Braithwaite and Messi for the wings, kind of having Messi as the number 10, as el enganche behind the two strikers in Braithwaite and Suarez. So then you could say that Barca shifted to a 4-1-2-1-2. That was good for a time, but never really got Barcelona back into kind of rhythm. We saw sometimes kind of Sevilla getting the game a little more physical. It was due to free kicks then that Messi tried to put into the back of the net. I gotta say that free kicks, corners, all of that could have been the best asset for Barcelona to get a win. And Barcelona got, in fact, 10 corners today. That's a very large number. Barcelona doesn't normally get that. So we didn't take the chances as good, I gotta say. The corners, the free kicks, that's how we would have won it. And we didn't take them, man. We didn't take them. Billy Ray saying a very good point. Wow, what a spam, Billy Ray. If you want me to just answer your question, you don't need to spam me, man. Why did he not make the 5 changes? Well, the 5 changes is our thing that is very unique. And most of the time, it would make it so players will have more, it will make it more difficult for players to adapt really to the situation of a game. Like, if you are in the last 19 minutes, last 18 minutes, let's say, last 10 minutes, and then you bring on someone like Griezmann, he will take a little bit of time to really adjust into the game and to the rhythm and pace of it. If you make all the substitutions right away, it's going to be very hard. That's kind of what I think Quique Setien was thinking. But I have to be with you. I think you want them to make the 5 substitutions. I'm with you. I wrote that at the end when Riqui Puig came in. I was like, we need more subs. We need to start making more substitutions to try and win the game. The reason for this is because we have nothing to lose. We lose the point against now Sevilla. We drop 2 points. Real Madrid, if they win against Real Sociedad, then they go on top of us. And in reality, a draw or a loss would be kind of the same for Barcelona. A draw makes them kind of be closer to Real Madrid, yes, but we want to win. We want to win this. We want to win this game at the Sanchez Pizjuan, right? So I would have made the 5 substitutions. I would have bring Ansu Fati no matter what. I would have brought in Riqui Puig much earlier. Maybe I would have brought in Quique Saverio, the guy from Ecuador, playing at Barcelona, I would have brought him in. We needed more players in attack, in defense and tracking back. I mean, we weren't doing great, but we were having more numbers there. So I just would have focused on attack really, and it didn't work out. That's something that takes ballsy managers to do. Like, you don't even see Guardiola do stuff like that. So I couldn't tell you, but I think we should have used the 5 substitutions. To be honest, I really think we should have done it. Something that I want to talk about, and here is Braithwaite. And I know, guys, I'm gonna get to your comments. Do not worry. Do not worry. I'm gonna get into it. But the thing is that I want to talk about Braithwaite because today I saw Braithwaite, which of course was good in certain situations of the game. But the thing that really struck me was that Braithwaite was doing many kind of checkbook passes. That is something that is not good. It's like Braithwaite has all this confidence and determination, but he doesn't kind of realize that he has it himself. Because most of the passes, it was like FIFA. And sorry to use this analogy because some of you hate when I compare football to FIFA. But it's like in FIFA, when you play and you kind of make a pass, and as soon as you make that pass, you're already kind of pressing X to pass it to the next guy because you know he's going to be there because it's a computer game, it's programmed. The thing is that in football, that doesn't really happen. And most of the time, Braithwaite got the ball and he was already crossing it and pinning it into the box and not realizing that there was absolutely no one there. And that is something that I need to take Braithwaite to kind of improve. Braithwaite, guy, Martin, please take a look at this. He's kind of like very nervous that he's going to lose his spot or stuff like that, I believe. And in reality, Braithwaite, it all comes with kind of determination that you already have, but most importantly with confidence. And if you're confident in what you're doing, then it's going to be better. You don't have to overwork yourself to try and be better. Just do what you can with what the stuff that you have been given to you and try to do your best. Because most of the time, Braithwaite was doing that and was doing not necessarily stupid passes, but kind of what he has been told to do. Get the ball, pass it back to Jordi Alba. He never was trying to do a one-on-one. Or like I said, when the ball came to his left channel, he was almost instantly crossing it in. And I was like, I see what he's trying to do because he's following the rules, but sometimes you need more of this. You need more head to realize what you have to do. And that is something that, for instance, kind of like we saw a lot happen with Sevilla. And that's why Sevilla were so good. Like, for instance, Fernando, most of the time, the CDM, dropped between the center backs. And you could see him dropping between Diego Carlos and Condé. And what this made it happen was that then Koundé could have the space to pressure Suarez. Suarez was not involved in this game, of course, because he's coming back and everything, but in reality, he was kind of being more stopped by Koundé because Koundé was pressuring and Suarez was doing all of that and he wasn't letting him play. So for that's a reading of the player. And sometimes players need to understand the game and read it like that. And that is something that, for instance, for Barcelona, he wasn't really doing that much. And just before I get into your comments, before we move onwards to the second half, I want to say that I think Messi should have gotten a yellow card. Oh, wait, let me fix the light 1 second. I think Messi should have gotten a yellow card. The reason for that is because, man, you can see clearly that when he was fouled by was it? I think, no, he didn't even get fouled. Messi didn't even get fouled. It was instead Luis Suarez that got fouled by Fernando, I think it was, or Munir. Munir fouled Luis Suarez. And Messi just came out and started saying, like, the translation in English is literally, F word, your mom. He said that completely and just pushed the guy. And that is something which in reality, that's a yellow card, man. And I want to play devil's advocate here, but Messi deserved a yellow card. He really did deserve a yellow card, to be honest. But in reality, yeah, that's how I see it. So let me read out your comments and we can move before we go to the second half. And I know the light sucks here, guys. It sucks here because in Peru it's like 6 right now. What time is it? It's 5:20. So it's kind of like the sun is setting down. So it's kind of like hard to have a light together. If it was dark time, I could have a better light setup like I do in the UK because I record most videos kind of like at 10 p.m. But here it's like I either record them at 9:99, which is way too kind of after the game, or before, and it makes no sense, right? Okay, so let's move onwards to your questions. So I'm going to be starting from here in the middle. I don't want to go too up as well. So we got Kylie HD saying, Braithwaite didn't take on anyone today. Answer should have played. Exactly. That's what I said about Braithwaite. He was making two kind of textbook passes or textbook plays. He wasn't kind of trying to show himself. And that's something that you kind of want to see the player. He was too worried about, like I said, staying in formation and not trying to do what Braithwaite can do. And that hurt Barcelona in return. Brody Holloway said, I've seen snails move faster than we attack today. That's the thing I gotta say that I was worried about. To be honest, a player like Coutinho could have helped Barcelona in this situation, but well, we don't have Coutinho. It was very hard really to tell to bring any kind of player in because I couldn't tell you. We didn't have a player to fix the situation. We didn't have a player to fix the situation. Ansu Fati could have helped, but he would have helped to stretch out the defense and all of that. But in reality, we need to attack through the middle, and we didn't have a player like Coutinho do that. So it was very hard this game. Sevilla put it very, very hard for Barcelona. Sub the Nut 10. Hi, welcome again. I see you a lot of the time here on the stream on that channel. Saying no intensity at all. Rakitic. Okay, you spelled Rakitic wrong. I see you, big dog. It's just walking and passing sideways when there's open space to run. It's frustrating how we don't make any chances. I agree, man. I agree. Billy Ray, I already answered your question about the 5 substitutes, so please no spam. Vic Williams said he didn't use the 5 rule to take an advantage and make super sub late. Like damn, what I don't understand what you said. What else? What happened to the Jong? Well, the Jong didn't play because he has a kind of sprain in his ankle, or was it his thigh? I don't remember, but very same thing. It shouldn't be a very very kind of difficult injury for the Jong. We should see him probably in 2 games, in 2 fixtures. Alireza says, when Sevilla put 40 men behind their goal, it makes it so frustrating. Man, I get that. Like, here's what I get. Like, I hate when teams kind of park the bus when they literally cannot do anything else. But when you do a defense that is actually solid and you do it very smart, that is something I have to praise. Like I said, Fernando giving the space for Kunde to really pressure Suarez was something very new and exciting. And I like that from a footballing standpoint. I know, of course, it didn't give Barcelona the win, but it was very interesting to see. Raheem Sterling. Raheem Sterling's in our live stream. You say Raheem Griezmann should have come on earlier. I agree to a certain extent. I think Griezmann, just extra bodies in attack would have helped us, of course, and Griezmann should have come earlier. Yes, indeed. Braithwaite played bad also. Yes, I already said that. Mersoud Ali said Ter Stegen, Alba were playing the best Messi. While playing the best. Messi a little bit. Yeah, I agree. I think Ter Stegen from Barca, Ter Stegen, Messi, and I would give probably a mention to Nelson Semedo as the best players, but for me, the man of the matches are probably Sevilla players. And with those, I would include Fernando. He was amazing, really. It's probably like the third time I mentioned him today. Kunde was very good, also the third time I mentioned him today. And another player I would like to give a little bit of mention to from Sevilla could be Ever Banega. And that's something that I want to talk about moving on to the second half now. Very good segue. I want to talk about Banega because Banega changed the game for Sevilla because Barcelona were eventually going to win the ball back because they have more physicality, more players, more kind of simply numbers. But bringing in Ever Banega was something very crucial because instead of going all in trying to mark Busquets, Lopetegui took out Oliver Torres and put in Banega, which were going to give more and faster circulation of the ball to Sevilla. And Busquets played even worse then. Why? Not because he necessarily was doing bad tackles and things like that. No, because Busquets didn't have the ball. And why did Busquets didn't have the ball? Well, Busquets didn't have the ball because Barcelona didn't have the ball. And why did Barcelona didn't have the ball? Because Ever Banega had the ball. That is a thing that gave Sevilla so much control of the game. Literally so much control of the game. And it's one of the best substitutions I've seen in a very long time. It gave Sevilla so much control for the early minutes of the second half, and Sevilla were putting shots after chances on Barcelona, and it was getting scary. It really was getting scary. I was like, this is going to be a goal, and they kept missing, or the second kept saving. So, yeah, to be honest, Ever Banega played incredible. And apart from that, guys, really, I see my notes, and there's not really much we have to mention. I think we mentioned pretty much everything. Is there something that I really want to get over? No. So we can just go into your comments. I guess this is all comments from now on. So Felix says, Honestly, I think the subs should have come earlier because I think we started making them in the 65th to 68th minutes. I agree. Substitutes need to come earlier. Like I said, especially when you have nothing to lose, substitutes need to come in. They're so important just to fresh up the team. And especially, like I said, when you're losing, when you have nothing to lose, what's the worst that can happen? Just bring on Ricky Puig before. Give him the chance to do something. That's what I wanted to see, and we didn't see anything of that. MW Troll, how are you, bro? Saying Ansu Fati. Did you see the hint that I gave you in my video? I said, oh, this guy in the stream just kept saying, Griezmann is invisible. Griezmann should play as a center back. Well, you say Ansu should have come on in. I agree. He should have come in. And like I said, yeah, Noah Vélez Banega is a monster. Puta, que monstruo, Banega. Tipo, Banega is incredible. I've never seen a player probably on. I think Dani Parejo and Mane are the most underrated midfielders in La Liga. To be honest, they are really really good. SD Kid says Billy, just leave. H2J plays reset. What do you think about Alba and Semedo? I think they are both very good because not only are they able to be smart and intelligent going forward and in defense, but also because they're quite fast. And speed as a fullback is so good. You can see, for instance, simply Alfonso Davies right now because of how fast he is, and he's more faster than Jordi Alba and way faster than Semedo. And just because you see him doing that, it's just like it adds such a next dimension to your game because you're allowed to do certain things that before other players cannot do, and simply because of your pace. So yeah. Jose Padilla says, "What does this say about our next game on Atletico Bilbao?" Well, to be honest, I'm scared. I'm scared because Barcelona can win games that are open, like a game against I don't know, a game against Valencia, games like that. But when it comes to kind of tight affairs like Atletico Bilbao, like Sevilla, like Leganés, I don't feel confident because Barcelona will have trouble breaking them down. And Messi can do a lot of the work, but at the end of the day, you need someone else in there. Is it the worst thing to recall Coutinho? Like, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. I think we needed to do. I think we need to be more clinical, certainly, but be better with the passing because we're not passing good enough. Like we have all the numbers and things like that, but we're too sideways. We need someone to grab the ball in the midfield and just simply go forward. De Jong can do that, but he wasn't here today, and I think he's gonna be a big miss. I really do think he's gonna be a big miss. Wilson Diaz says the following: I think a winger would have been very crucial. Ansu Fati and if Dembele was fit, would have changed the game because we really lack that threat up top. Really, yep, indeed, I agree with you, Wilson. We needed those wingers. We needed Dembele. We needed Ansu Fati. And that is why I do not understand, once again, what I keep saying with the substitutions. Quique Setien coming in could have made a difference. I mean, who cares? Bring the little guy from Ecuador. I want to see him. Like, literally just put him in the game. And I bet everyone in Ecuador wants to see him because if you have a player in Latin America and a club like Barcelona, I mean, your whole country goes crazy. So just put the guy in, see what he can do. Ansu Fati, the very same thing. What is the worst thing that could have happened? Okay, how do I pronounce your name? I'm so sorry. Mehron John? I don't know. Ahmedov says, hello. I'm so sorry. Hello. Where is it? Hello. How do you think who will win, Real or Sociedad? I think Real Madrid are looking very dangerous. Like, very, very dangerous. I saw the game with my friend who is a Real Madrid fan. I saw Real Madrid Valencia. And Real Madrid, even though they have trouble going forward, they're lacking that kind of right-hand sided attacker. Even though they lack that, they have Hazard and Benzema that are connecting very nice up top. And if they don't have that, they can bring on Vinicius and Rodrigo. And the pace of those little two Brazilians is dangerous, is deadly. And most important, the thing that I want to say why Real Madrid is going to win is because Real Sociedad against Deportivo Alaves, which is a game I would have not normally seen, but I saw because I was literally bored as F. Deportivo Alaves controlled the entire game against Real Sociedad. We're talking a team that has the likes of Januzaj, of Odegaard, of Portu, of Mikel Merino, a good team, and they were getting dominated by Deportivo Alaves. So Deportivo Alaves, if they can do that, Real Madrid can certainly do that. Like I said before, teams that kind of don't get into the rhythm very early on, they're going to struggle, and Real Sociedad may potentially struggle. So I'm going to say it, and I'm going to give the win to Real Madrid, to be honest. Alan, once again, hi, how are you? I saw you in the last live stream. You say, if Real lose points, that would motivate Barca against Bilbao. Yeah, 100%. If Real Madrid loses against Real Sociedad, sorry, Barcelona need to go then against Bilbao and continue to play. Because this is a sleep up from Barca, to be honest. Like, Sevilla play good and everything, but Barcelona should be winning this game. Let's be honest. And it's going to hurt them. San Diego Khalifa says, the final three was I wanted to see Fati at left wing, Martin as striker, but Suarez is not ready to start. He looked sluggish and missed a lot of opportunities. Braithwaite did well for left winger. I agree. Suarez looked a little bit rough, and the commentators were saying this, and I agree with them. Well, the commentators of the TV that I was watching, and they were saying that Suarez was sluggish because he didn't have, of course, his very first game back. And I must admit, yeah, he looked sluggish. He looked fatigued. He looked fatigued around 50 minutes. Suarez looked done. And to be honest, that is when you need to make substitutions happen. So I would have said, honestly, that Martin Braithwaite, Suarez, and Messi was a good lineup. I would have moved them potentially Braithwaite to the middle around the 50th minute and then bring Ansu Fati. Because with the fresh legs of Ansu Fati, he could really exploit Jesus Navas and Reylon. And most importantly, Jesus Navas had a yellow card. So if we brought Ansu Fati, he could potentially got in. I'm not saying he would have gotten Jesus Navas sent off, but he would be a very big headache for Jesus Navas. Mersud Ali says, Buga, do you think that if we can't break down Sevilla, what about Atletico Madrid? This should be improved for the league. Yeah, to be honest, like Atletico Madrid, that's gonna be super hard. It's gonna be super, super hard. It's at the Camp Nou. I know that's a fact. Well, not that it even matters, but but it's gonna be really hard. If we cannot break Sevilla down, Atletico Madrid is gonna prove very, very difficult. So we must learn those traits. We need to come up with a strategy to beat those. And the best thing that I can come up with, to be honest, is just have a very mobile midfield, like Messi, Artur, De Jong, and then Vidal. Like not even Busquets and Rakitic. If you want to break a team like that down, you need to match their movement. And Busquets cannot move for shit, and Rakitic cannot move either. So Vidal can move, Artur can move, De Jong can move, Messi certainly can. So keep those four. I think a good mobile midfield can be good to change that. Benjamin Counter says we're a couple of injuries from falling apart. That's true. If we have an injury to Messi, imagine we're done. If we have an injury to not even Artur, I would say someone like Rakitic. Even if Rakitic falls down, we would potentially get a very big kind of gap there in the midfield. Because if De Jong is also injured, who are we going to bring in? Ricky Puig? He could work, but I don't know, man. He's still an incognito. What? Shijoke Nuano. I'm just gonna call it Chijoke. Chijoke. I don't know. Sorry. Once again, these names. Man. I'm trying because a lot of you are from different countries that I have never been to. So your names is very hard to me. You say you're way too kind to Setien. I try not to be too kind to. I try to be unbiased as possible, but I think Setien, like, how much can you really put the blame to Setien? Like, of course, the substitutions is something that he should have done a lot earlier, and that's something that we can blame. That is 100% something that we can blame. But apart from that, like putting his system into everything is very hard because he came into the middle of the season with new players, and he had a whole pandemic on him. Like, come on, I'm not gonna blame the guy for not doing good. If you have coronavirus on your head, what are you gonna do? Like, it's so hard. It's so hard when you have this pandemic. No, Abeles, I think it might be best that we lose La Liga. That way Bartomeu can leave. I mean, eventually Bartomeu will leave, so I'm not too worried about that. But guys, I'm gonna set 30 minutes for this live stream, and we're already at 30 minutes. So I'm gonna be giving you some more time to leave some more questions that you would like to talk about. And then I will kind of shut the live stream off. Unfortunately, I have other stuff to do. I have prepared a video about transfers for tomorrow. We're going to be talking about Lautaro Martinez, Timo Werner, Kai Havertz, and Leroy Sané. Leroy Sané. Did you see Leroy Sané? So hopefully you enjoy that news update tomorrow. And I also wanted to make, like I said, a video on kind of like the history of a player. And that player could potentially be Clement Lenglet. So yeah, if you want to see all of that, it's going to be on the channel. Remember to say subscribe and everything. I don't think I have to repeat it. And let me know what you like more. If you like the live streams or you like the reactions. I have to be completely honest with you guys that I do like this because I like talking to you and I like doing it very fast. And it doesn't take me that much work, to be honest. To the live stream, it doesn't take me much work. The setup and everything looks a little bit bad because I really cannot do much. It's what I have. Most of my things, my lights, my camera, all of that is in the UK. And right now I can bring it with me here. So that's going to be a very big oof per se. So I like the live streams for now, but I have to see also how they perform right now. Of course, I wanted to focus more on what I want to do, and I want to do this. But I mean, if I record them and then I upload, like I did, for instance, with the game for Mallorca, that video did very well for me. It got almost kind of 4,500 views. So if that sort of videos do better, I may tend to do that. And it's not like it's a huge effort more doing that. I just want to see how they compare. So be sure if you really do enjoy this, drop it a like and share with your friends and comment and everything, because that is the best way you help a channel out. Like really, just watching the video is not good enough. Liking, sharing, all of that is the best. Like when I watch YouTubers, I always comment on their videos because I know how hard it is, and especially now because it's such a competitive platform, to be honest. But well, getting back into the entire rhythm of things. Where can I talk to you? Where do we start? We're gonna go with Coach Sprint. Messi red card. I mean, I think he deserves a yellow, not a red card. Alan said Felix true, but what about others like Monchuk and Collao? I don't know where you're talking about that, but I'm guessing I don't know what you're talking about, so I cannot really follow you up. Mersud Ali says the problem was when we were attacking, the players were losing the ball, then we lost possession. Yeah, that was one thing. But that's what I mean. We lost possession because either interceptions of the Sevilla players. They were putting very good. Wilson Diaz says, Buga, what do you think of a mid with Messi as a 10 and De Jong and Artur as 6 and 8? Trincao or Dembele can play as a right winger and Messi and Griezmann as a striker. I like that. I really do like that, to be honest. I think it could work, especially with games against like teams like Sevilla, when Busquets is not gonna be that much. It's not gonna be that important. He's not gonna be doing that much because he won't have the ball. So playing De Jong and Artur in a midfield could work. Then Messi up front, and then you have like Ansu Fati for the left, Griezmann for the right, and then Suarez up top. Could work easily. Brody Holloway, mission accomplished. We cancelled Billy. Hey man, don't be mad on Billy. He's spammed, I know, but I don't really mind. Like I guess it minds more to you because you're in the chat. So yeah, I guess. I hope Billy doesn't hear this. Calvin Ortiz saying, just waking up now. Did we really draw the game? Yeah, we did draw the game. It was not the best of performances. It was very hard. Sevilla was really good defensively. Just Theo says, do we have any chance in the Champions League? Yeah, we do, but because it's like one-legged affairs, there's not gonna be two legs. So I think that helps Barcelona, to be honest. Is Barca's title gone? Real Madrid has to put a very good work against Real Sociedad, and if they beat that, then they have to continue like this. Real Madrid, the fact of the matter is that they got more players, and they are playing kind of easily. You know, Real Madrid are playing not amazing, but they're doing good. So it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard. Alireza says, "Do we really care about LaLiga? Like, we should focus on the Champions League." The thing is here that, guys, I do care about LaLiga, and I do care about the Champions League. I care about both, and I care more about LaLiga this season because the Champions League is like a fake Champions League. I don't know. As a fan, it wouldn't fuel me to win the Champions League. Of course, if you give me the opportunity to win it, I'm gonna take it, right? But it's not the same. It's not the same to win the Champions League playing it in the format that is now. So yeah. Senator Aguolu says, too much hype about Martin Braithwaite. Today's game proved he's just an average player. He's not world-class standard. He had his chance against a formidable team and he was lost. Please get rid of him. I think it's harsh. I do think that Braithwaite can be a good player. I think Braithwaite can be our Divock Origi for Liverpool or our Michi Batshuayi for Chelsea. You know, that sort of player. Braithwaite can be that for Barcelona. I think he can help us like do stuff. He doesn't have to be the amazing world class player. He has just to be there to help us. Am I Billy? Big William says, yeah, either Lewandowski and Messi should win Ballon d'Or and Ter Stegen deserves the close. Yeah, Lewandowski has put an amazing season, let's be honest. Suarez needs to go next season, maybe. Just if we lose the league, then the Champions League isn't guaranteed. Exactly. Like that's the thing. Either way, we're not guaranteed anything, so it's just up to see what we can do. So yeah, guys, for now I'm gonna leave it there. I'm gonna leave it there for today. And let me redirect you, like I said on the last video that we made about Antoine Griezmann. If you want to see how we can improve Antoine Griezmann and why is he really struggling in Barca, go and check it out. The last video is up there on the channel. And be sure to stay subscribed for more content just like this one, I guess. And let me know if you like this format of videos. Do you prefer the live streams, the reviews like this? Or do you prefer me just to record them and then upload them? Let me know. Let me know all of it. And yeah, keep staying on the channel, keep staying subscribed, and hopefully you enjoy all the videos I put out. I'm giving more work to the videos now. I'm making them more of the things that I want to talk about. They're more kind of analysis type of videos, but it's still the same kind of content, you know? So yeah, go there, check it out, and hopefully you learn stuff which is new. Because that's the thing, guys. I like to teach people new things. I like to talk and discuss things, not just give you the news. What's the point of me just giving you the news? Now, we need to discuss, we need to learn together as fans and get better, right? So yeah, this is gonna be for right now. See you in the next one. Take care.